It is Monday morning and we are off for a meeting with our accountant, and we were just walking by Mears Street and the cherry blossoms. How rude! That's what Carolyn Hirons always says when she gets interrupted. I always think it's so funny. But the cherry blossoms are out. It's just a beautiful, it's actually a little chilly today, and it's very cloudy and it's just stopped raining, but spring is definitely here and we're excited for a new week. So we're just walking over to our accountants. I love the mandalas on this crosswalk. So pretty! We just scanned the artwork for the thank you cards and got some stamps, and now we're going to the art store, my favorite place. Back to Mears Street to take more photos of the cherry blossoms. There is the man himself. I don't know, hopefully the lighting is okay, you can see that. But there is Tim taking photos of all these gorgeous cherry blossoms on Mears Street. This time of year is just so beautiful in Victoria. There's somebody taking photos. Everybody does it, and it's just so magical at this time of year here. There's the building where I got my acupuncture done. So beautiful. Okay, I realized when I was in the art store I didn't film, partly because I get a little weirded out about filming in public still. But I wanted to share with you that I got some art supplies, and the reason was that mostly when I'm doing art at home, I do mixed media, and so that means there's tons of collaging materials and paints and water and paintbrushes and glue, and it's just a lot of stuff. And so I knew when we're going to be away next week that was just too much to take with me, and so I'm gonna do sketching when I'm away next week. Okay, we just came from the farm, and on the way home there was this great little roadside stand, so we stopped, and I'm going to get some fresh cut daffodils. What do you think? They're $2.50 a bunch. Can I afford a bunch? Let's see how many you get in a bunch. Well, they're pretty small. There's a bunch. I think I'll get a double bunch, and maybe I'll get these ones because they're a little more open. Those look lovely. So just such a sweet, I'm gonna back up so you can see. These are all over the side of the road, and I just thought I'd show you, and then I'm gonna have fresh daffodils at home. Okay, whenever I go anywhere with Tim, we have to stop at 100 places on the way there and on the way home, but luckily in Victoria there are loads of gorgeous places to stop. So we stopped at this beach on the way home from the farm, and it's a little chilly, but it's a gorgeous evening. Okay, I'm back from the farm, and I thought I would show you a grocery haul because so many of you tell me you're interested in what I'm eating, which is, I understand. When I go grocery shopping, I always look at what is in other people's carts, so I get that. And so yeah, I'm gonna show you what we got, and I always love this time of year in the spring because the good vegetables start coming back and things start looking nice again. So this is what I got at the farm today, and I didn't record it there because there's a lot of background noise and it sounds like a generator going off. So I waited till I got home where it's quieter. So they had this amazing spinach. So I got 2 bags of spinach because you guys know how much that just shrinks right down. So that'll be enough for us for one meal. Then we had this last time, it was so good. This is local. This is local to these broccolis, and they're almost blue in color. They're so good. And I love how they're just the crowns like that. This is from California, but romaine lettuce makes the best, and we really love a good Caesar salad. These are, the nice thing about going to Dan's is there's some extras there. Veggie samosa. Got 2 veggie samosas. Celery, I like having that with peanut butter. And these were really nice, these spring greens. I thought they looked really good. I'm gonna maybe fry those up for dinner. And then these are my favorite apples, Pink Ladies. Do you guys like these ones too? They're so crisp. And then I find them to be the perfect blend between tart and sweet. Tim doesn't like them, he thinks they're too tart, but I find them very sweet, and they're so crisp, so I love that about them. And then, oops, this fell out. This is the best part about going to Dan's. So, you know, I don't eat this stuff, but I really enjoy and Tim and Trinity enjoying it. They have peanut butter balls there. So chocolate covered peanut butter, so yummy. So that's for Trinity, nice treat for her. Then they had these, which I will not be peeling. When I buy carrots, I always find the biggest ones I can find so that it's worthwhile peeling them. But these were, all they had were these string carrots. And they weren't even local either. I think they were from California, so I don't know. But I will not be peeling these. Tim called them string carrots. And savoy cabbage, these are nice fried up. And we got some more pink ladies. And Tim likes pears a lot. And look at the gorgeous color of this pear. Does it say what kind of pear it is? I don't know. It says Chilean, but I don't know if that's the name of the pear. And he got some green pears as well. Okay, we were coming down the street in Victoria and we found a roti place. So Trinity's getting some veggie roti and we're all getting rotis. So we're very happy because I don't think we've had roti since we left Ajax. Have you had a roti since you left Ajax? No. So we were just saying to the very nice cook here that we are excited to have our first roti in probably about 2 years. So in case you're ever in Victoria, we found a roti place. It's called Stir It Up. And Trini, thumbs up? She's already halfway through hers, I think. It's just off Yates Street. Yates and Blanchard? Yates and Blanchard. Stir It Up. It's in this little alcove and we are excited. Good morning, it's Wednesday morning and I had a meeting with Ulrika from our weekly challenges this morning. We had a lovely conversation. I talked her ear off for about an hour, so it was so great to talk to her. And now you can see we are filming inside. It's cold out again today, so I'm looking after my neck so that I don't have to film out in the cold. My neck does not like filming in the cold. We are filming some membership classes this morning where I'm filming a traditional Chinese medicine class for your central and governing channels. And I'm filming a brain yoga class for your midsection, for your lower dantian. And these are part of the Connecting with the Ground of Yourself series, part of developing a strong foundation for your relationship with yourself. These classes, our members have really been loving them, and I'm excited to film this morning. These are the final 2 classes in the series. I just finished filming the brain yoga class, and oh my God, it was so difficult for me. One of the exercises in particular, I was talking about sensory motor amnesia. Oh my God, my brain is fried. And I was talking about how our brains get stuck in stress patterns, and then how our brains and our sensory motor systems forget how to do certain muscle patterns. And there was this one exercise in the class where I was totally stuck. I I couldn't do it. And I tried and tried and tried, and I tried to demonstrate. Hopefully I talked you guys through it well enough, but it was so hard for me. I've got to practice that one, because no matter how much I knew how to do it in my head, I couldn't make it happen in my body. Okay, so we are going to Ucluelet, and I like to take lots of snacks in the car. And so I have this big bag of almonds, but like this, they taste really boring. And I like Tamari roasted almonds. And Trinity mentioned the other day about this time that I made salt and vinegar almonds. And although the process makes them very, I'm gonna share with you the process. And you actually like soak and boil I think you boil them. I'm gonna share it with you. I'm gonna share the recipe with you. But they are so good, it's crazy good. A lot of vinegar. And you have to have your windows open in your place when you make them, because there's a lot of vinegar flying around and the fan's on. So I'm gonna share the recipe with you, and I'm gonna share my recipe for Tamari roasted almonds too, because I've perfected it over time, and it's got the perfect blend of spicy and sweet and salty, and I think you're really gonna like it. So for the salt and vinegar almonds, you need 3 cups of almonds, and then this is crazy, 4 cups of vinegar. And then you're gonna bring that vinegar to a boil with the window open, and then you're gonna leave it for 3 hours. For my perfected Tamari roasted almonds, what I do is I use probably about, I kind of eyeball it. I don't really use recipes anymore. I do a couple tablespoons, so I put in the rest of those almonds, so I'm doing about 6 cups. I'll probably do about a couple tablespoons of Bragg's, a couple tablespoons of sriracha sauce, now I like agave. I know a lot of people don't like it. I find it doesn't bother my head. So if you don't like it, you could use maple syrup. Use whatever works best for you, but I use agave just because it doesn't bother my head. I'm going to use some black pepper. I use quite a bit of black pepper. That gives it a nice bite. Some Himalayan sea salt and some olive oil, and I'm just going to get a nice coating on that. So I'm going to do that, and then I will show you. Okay, I ended up doing about 4 tablespoons of each of the wet ingredients, and then about 10 turns of the salt grinder and 10 turns of the pepper grinder. And the reason why I use 9x13 baking pans is, one, then the stuff doesn't fall off the side like a cookie sheet, but also we have a really small oven because we live in a small apartment, and a cookie sheet doesn't actually fit in our oven. So we adjusted and we use these baking pans now because that's what fits in. So now I'm gonna pop it in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. I just wanted to show you the vinegar almonds. They're boiling away, so they've been going for about 15 minutes. And when I breathe in now, it actually kind of hurts my lungs. So it's a good thing when Tim and Trinity come home, they'll be complaining about it like crazy. But Tim doesn't eat them, but Trinity will enjoy eating them. Okay, they are done. The ones on the bottom are a little burnt, a little crisp. I should have switched them probably halfway through. And the vinegar almonds are still boiling, 5 more minutes. And leave in the comments, let me know your favorite roasted almond recipe. I'd love to know how you do yours. And I will leave in the show notes the recipes for both of these. I'll link to the salt and vinegar ones because those aren't mine. And I will write out the recipe for my Tamari roasted almond recipe. Okay, leave in the comments, let me know your favorite Tamari roasted almond recipe. Okay, we just got home from gymnastics. Trinity got a new level and a cupcake that's as big as my head. We stopped at the Mount Everest chocolate cake place and Trinity chose this as a treat. Are you gonna eat that all before you go to bed? That's a good idea, you might not sleep. It looks really yummy though. And I haven't vlogged it all today, but Tim's doing dishes in the Look at that, there's a man that can get you ladies excited. Doing dishes, woohoo! I haven't vlogged it all today, but we had a really nice day. I went and I had my eyes examined, and I'm really relieved to say that my eyes are, oh, that's a nice butt shot. I'm gonna move. Now that we're all done being excited about Tim doing dishes, there's a nice shot with the chakras. Anyway, I had my eyes examined and they are better. They're fine, which is good because it's just normal vision degeneration, but it was feeling like there was a film over my eyes and that's how I was experiencing vision degeneration, so I'm quite relieved. Good morning, it is Friday morning. It's actually Friday noon now. I woke up at 4:30 this morning and I was very excited to get up and and clean the bathroom and have an Epsom salt bath, and because I woke up in a lot of pain this morning and a lot of pain in my back, which I don't usually have, but I've been experiencing, as many of you know, and I live with chronic migraines, but I've been experiencing a shift lately, which is I've really come to terms with and identified one of my major triggers, which is sugar. Boo. And I haven't had any sugar since my birthday, which is over a month ago now, a month and 5 days. I had a massive migraine after treating myself to sugar, a really gorgeous cake on my birthday, and it was just it ended up, you know, it feels like a treat and then it wasn't a treat. And so I haven't had any sugar since then because I had the worst migraine after that. I really paid for that, and I paid for it for a long time with a lot of migraines after that. So having been off sugar I did notice a shift after about 3 weeks being off sugar completely, because I would give myself a treat about once a week. Boy, this is becoming a confession, kind of personal, but I said this blog would be personal. And I noticed a shift to pain in my neck. Some of you have heard me, I've been talking about this pain in my neck over the last week. I've been experiencing it since about last week. I told my Chinese medicine doctor about it last week, and it's been really strong for this last week. And I've still been having headaches, but really a lot of pain in my neck and pain moving around my back. So I see this as a promising shift. Who knows where it will lead? It may just be a temporary shift, but I woke up this morning, I cleaned the bathroom so I could have a bath. You guys, any of you know how that goes? I'm sure that happens at your house too. And then I helped Trinity get off to school. I did a little drawing, and I listened to a Dharma talk that my teacher sent me, and I actually sent it to one of my students who, she loved it too. And one of the things that that really stood out to me in this talk was nothing needs to be fixed, changed, or rearranged. And I just loved that. Nothing needs to be fixed, changed, or rearranged. And so this morning, after I had my yoga practice, listening to this Dharma talk, and I'll link to it in the show notes because I thought it was really good, and I know many of you will want to know what it was and listen to it as well. My back hurt so much, I just went back to bed and I lay down with a heating pad, and because the pain was so strong, it was just exhausting me. So I just woke up now, it's noon. And I'm having some lunch, and then I'm going to see my Chinese medicine doctor. We are in Beacon Hill Park this morning. This is a rather famous tree where a lot of people photograph themselves. You may have even seen some of my photo shoots with Sweet's yoga clothing here, and we're doing a videographers meetup on location. We're doing some show and tell of our equipment. And the guys have gone ahead. Tim's got a drone. Sorry about the plane going overhead. And yeah, we've all got various equipment. And look at the cherry blossoms out. It's just gorgeous. It's spring. It's cold. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this morning. Hello, we are done our meetup, our videographers meetup, and I learned so much. That's what I love about those meetups, is everybody's so willing to share their knowledge. And now we're gonna go on a little walk through Beacon Hill Park. It's such a gorgeous day. It's chilly, but it's a beautiful sunny day, and we're gonna just share with you the beauty of Beacon Hill Park. Okay, so now I'm in the forest. I just thought I'd show you actually walking through the forest with Tim. He's here too. In the summer, there are loads of bands that come and play, and they show movies here in the summer, and you can hear them from our apartment. So we just leave our windows open and we get to hear all the entertainment in the park. Okay, I have something very special to show you. It's new in the park. It's a sleeping fairy. I think this might be the name of the vlog. So are you ready to see it? I'll show you from her feet. This is so cool. Are you ready? Okay, there are her feet and her knees. I'm sorry, I'm shaking, I'm cold now. And her hips. And her face. She's new, so it's just gonna get better, isn't it, over time, Tim? I'm gonna back up so you can see the whole thing. It's too bad about that little lamp post right in the way for everybody who wants to take. Oh, then it's lit at night. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so for all of you who, wow, that's gonna just get more and more incredible the more the moss grows, isn't it? Okay, let me know what you think about this sleeping forest dweller. Just beautiful. People have been putting daffodils on the face and a flower on the hand. I just think this is going to become more and more beautiful as time goes on, because this moss is just going to get more and more vibrant. And you can see it's right by a river. I'm gonna go over here so I can show you. Oh, I'm so excited to show you all this in the vlog. So, oh, here's the back of it. It's gotta be a woman, right? And it's right by this river. Oh, an airplane, how rude. And a bridge. I mean, just a beautiful location to sleep in the woods by a river with that tranquil sound. So it's a moss lady. Moss lady was inspired by the mud maiden found in the lost garden of Halligan in England. The moss lady is 11 meters long and covered with club and cattail moss. And it was constructed in 2015 by the city staff. We are so lucky to live in such an amazing place with such creative people. I'm just showing you these now because we'll come back in a few weeks and they'll be bigger than me. They grow to about 6 feet tall. So just proof that they start small. And the root system on this tree always fascinates me. Those are peacocks in the background if you're hearing them. Oh, it's going right up to... Do you like this side? I will leave you with some beautiful scenery on the way to the farm. This is why I love living in British Columbia. You can be driving along the road and all of a sudden you are in the forest. If you liked today's vlog, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for a new vlog every Monday. Thanks for watching. I'm so grateful for your presence in my life.